Hello and welcome back to Life at Home. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Abby and today we have a 30-minute yoga flow focusing on mind-body connection. So we're going to be linking breath to movement for a good bit of our flow today, helping to feel centered and connected on our mats, and then hopefully taking a little bit of that mindfulness into the rest of our day. So go ahead, hop on your mat, and let's get started. All right, we're going to begin at the back of our mats, coming into child's pose. So however that looks for you, maybe you bring the knees as wide as the mat. You can do knees together, child's pose, whatever feels best. And then we'll just begin to walk the hands towards the front of the mat, sending the hips back, bringing the forehead down to a block or to the earth. Just really sinking in here, landing in this moment. Imagining kind of like a snow globe that has been shaken up all day, and then you finally set it down, and this is the moment that the sand, the snow, everything can just begin to settle to the bottom. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. 2 more like that. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Now we'll begin to seal the lips, inhaling through the nose and exhale through the nose. If it feels good, maybe you walk the hands over to one side, feeling a nice side body stretch, sending your hip in the opposite direction, and then walking over to the other side. Coming back to center, we'll begin to push into the hands, roll up, coming into a tabletop position, and then we're going to just kind of adjust, coming into a modified plank. So the knees are down on the mat, and then we're going to hinge forward just a little bit, coming down into a push-up position. Inhale, come back up, and then send the hips back. So we're gonna find a little flow here with the breath. So inhale, come forward, exhale, push up, and send it back. Just letting the breath guide you here. If you want to level up, you can come up onto the toes. Exhale, push up. Send the hips back. We'll do 3 more like this. Getting right into it today. Last time here. And meeting back in a tabletop position. Bringing the knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. If you'd like, you can flow through a few cat-cows here. Inhale, dropping the belly towards the earth. Exhale, pushing the mat away, rounding out through the shoulders. Then taking any organic movement here that might feel good. Maybe some wrist stretches, rocking back and forth. We'll meet back in neutral tabletop when you're ready. Bringing the belly button to the spine here. Even in a simple movement, simple posture like tabletop, just taking a moment to do a little body scan, noticing how you're showing up in this position, the conversation you're having with yourself about this posture, about being on your mat, thanking yourself for showing up. We'll send all the weight into the left hand. Reach the right fingertips up and over, following the fingertips with the eyes. And then we'll come all the way up. Great place for a block here behind that right hand. Sending the hips forward. Left arm comes up. And then we'll come back to tabletop. We'll do that again on the other side, so feel free to place a block behind you if that felt good. Inhale, circle sweep the left fingertips up and over. Hips come through for a little half camel here. And then this time we're just gonna keep the feet and the hips where they are and just move through this dancing camel. Inhale as the arm comes up. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, send the hips through. Maybe giving the glutes a little squeeze as you come up. We'll do one more each side. And slowly releasing. You can move the blocks out of the way. We'll walk the hands forward. Tuck the toes, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Our first time here today, landing in this position. Pedaling out the feet maybe. Just settling in here. Maybe you measure out your plank in your downward dog a little bit. And then from here, we're gonna find some ankle taps. So we're gonna hinge forward, coming into a plank, and then exhale, send the left fingertips to the right ankle. The first time here, maybe you grab onto the ankle and kind of pull the chest through. Come back to plank. Inhale, switch sides, reaching for that ankle. You can kind of shorten your stance here if it feels good. Pulling the ankle towards the body. Hopefully you put on deodorant today. Coming back to center, plank. And now we'll just speed it up a little bit. So finding those ankle taps. Exhaling every time we come back through plank. Taking this at your own pace. When we're in plank, making sure we're bringing the mind to the muscle, the mind to the core. Maybe even squeezing those glutes a little bit, making every single posture a mindful one. We'll do one more each side here. Meeting back in plank. And then we'll flow through our first vinyasa here. Option to drop down to the knees. Come down through our chaturanga push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Walking the hands to the feet, meeting at the back of the mat. Finding a nice deep bend in the knees, maybe so much so that the chest comes down to rest on top of the thighs. Option 2, find a bind, coming into ragdoll. Maybe you interlace the fingers behind the back for a shoulder rinse. Wherever you are, just making sure you're really letting the head hang here, releasing everything towards the earth. Maybe you sway back and forth, letting something go in this moment, something that is no longer serving you. We'll slowly release the bind, let the fingertips brush the earth. Inhale up for a flat back to reset. Hands can come to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, forward fold. And then we'll begin to slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling the arms up, high prayer. And exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. You can keep the hands here at heart center, or maybe you release them down beside you, coming into mountain pose, keeping a slight bend in the knees here. You can soften the gaze or close the eyes. Just feeling your feet on the mat. Feeling yourself in this moment. Feeling your heart pumping, the energy coursing through your veins. Setting an intention for the rest of our time together. Noticing the slight natural sway of the body. We'll blink open the eyes, inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring the right fingertips to the side of the body, left fingertips reach up and over for a side body stretch. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, other side. Engaging the core here. One more time, each side. Maybe you go a little deeper this time, using the strength in your core to pull you back up. Both hands come up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Walking the hands out. Meeting in downward facing dog. You can flow through a vinyasa if you'd like. Making our way to our first standing series. Inhale the right toes up, 3-point. First time here, so maybe you bend the knee, open the hip. Circle out the ankle. Re-straighten the leg. And then we're going to twist our cheetahs. So bringing the knee to the left elbow. Feeling the core turn on. Pausing here for a breath. Inhale, sending that leg back up. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Grab your blocks if you have them. Meeting in pyramid pose. So our left toes are at a 45-degree angle. Both legs are straight. Sending that left hip in line with the right here. Hands can be on blocks or they can be tinted up. Finding a nice flat back here. And then if this feels good, if you feel like you have the space, maybe you slowly begin to round forward, bringing the nose down towards the knee. Again, bringing the mind to that left hip. It has a tendency here to want to open out, but really trying to send it in line with the right. Inhale, halfway lift here. Slowly bending into that front leg. Circle sweep the arms up and over. Peaceful warrior. Back to warrior 2 here. Energy through the fingertips. Shoulders over the hips. We'll send the left fingertips down and up, meeting in a high lunge. Hands can come down through heart center. Taking a deep bend in both knees. Coming up into warrior 3. So all of our weight is on that right foot. Left leg comes back behind us, dialing down those left toes towards the earth. And then we'll slowly begin to bend, gently landing back in a high lunge, reaching the arms up, bending the elbows, cactusing out the arms, looking up, and reaching up, charging forward, fingertips come down to the earth. Flow through a vinyasa here. Whatever variation feels best for you, always the option to skip it. Tuck the toes, send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Nice job. We'll find that same sequence on the other side. You know where we're going. Send those left toes up, 3-point. Bend the knee, open the hip. Find whatever movement you found on the other side. Re-extend. And then bring the left knee to the right elbow for a twisted cheetah. One breath here, push the mat away. Inhale, send the toes back up. Exhale, step it through. Reach for your blocks. Coming into pyramid. If this is uncomfortable for you for any reason, you can widen out your stance as much as you need to. Utilize the blocks. They have different settings. This should feel like a nice juicy stretch in that left hamstring. Finding a flat back here. And then exhale slowly, rounding forward if it feels good. Bringing the mind to that right hip this time, sending it in line with the left. The side probably feels a little different than the other. It's a little tighter for me. Giving yourself grace for not always being perfectly symmetrical. Inhale, halfway lift. Deep bend in that left knee. Coming all the way up. Warrior two. You can readjust your feet if you need to. Sending energy through those fingertips. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and away from the ears. Peaceful warrior here. I think we did that flip-flop on the other side, but we made it here is all that matters. Warrior two. We'll sweep the right arm up and then bring the hands down through heart center. Deep bend in both knees. Send all the way into that left foot. Coming up, warrior three. Dialing the toes down, maybe even so much so that they reach towards the back left corner of the mat. Sometimes just visualizing that can help bring the hips in line. And then we'll slowly bend back, come up. Cactus the arms, find a little heart opener here. And then we'll reach up, charge forward, come all the way down to the earth, palm the mat, step it back, and find your flow. All right, we're gonna take that and add on a little bit, maybe moving your blocks out of the way, a little foreshadow for you. We're gonna speed it up a little bit, so making sure you keep that mind-body connection with your breath, taking breaks as you need to. Inhale, right toes up, 3-point. Exhale, twisted cheetah. This time we're gonna shoot that leg through, coming into fallen star. Peeling open here, left fingertips reach up, gaze follows. Imagining there's a string pulling your hips up towards the sky. Palming the mat here for a little challenge. Try to bring the knee back up through center and then send it up, 3-point. Nice job. Step the foot in between the hands. Reach for your blocks if you want them. Coming into pyramid. We'll be here just for 2 breaths this time. So finding whatever feels good, flat back, or you can round. Deep bend in that front knee. Coming up, peaceful warrior. Warrior two. Send the back arm up and around. Hands come down through heart center. Deep bend in both knees. Coming up, warrior three. All right, here's where we begin to add on. Finding a place to focus your gaze, something that's unmoving. And then we'll slowly begin to send the knee up into stork. So we want that knee to be in line with the hip. And then we're gonna come into figure four. So opening the knee towards the left and then creating a literal figure four with the legs as we slowly begin to sink down. Balance can be tough here, so using your breath as an anchor. Giving yourself grace if you have to fall out of it and come back in. One more big breath here. Inhale, come back up through stork. Send the leg back through 3-point. Leg stays where it is. Right hand comes down to a block or to the earth. Open up, half moon. You can look out in front of you for a challenge, or maybe even look up, or if it's helpful to look down, that's totally fine too. This is our first and only time here on this side, so if you'd like to go for candy cane, you can. Reaching for the top of the foot. One more big breath here. And exhale, let it go, meeting in forward fold. Shaking out the legs a little bit. Inhale, up, high prayer. Exhale, come back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll step it back. Option to flow through a vinyasa. And then we'll find that same sequence on the other side. Reconnecting to your intention here, or maybe setting a new one. Inhale, left toes reach up, 3-point. Exhale, twist your cheetah, knee to right elbow. And then we're gonna shoot that leg through, coming into fallen star. Once again, imagining your hips are being pulled up towards the sky, looking up towards your hand. And then we'll slowly bring the palm back down. Maybe come up through cheetah center. Shoot that leg back up, 3-point. And exhale, step it through in between the hands, coming into pyramid. Flat back here, and then maybe you fold forward just for a beat. Slowly bending into that left knee, coming up through peaceful warrior and warrior 2. Sweep the back arm up, hands come down through heart center. Pausing here, deep bend in both knees, coming up, warrior 3. Think up dog with the chest here. It can be easy just to kind of fold forward, but really opening up through the heart. And then we'll slowly, keeping our balance, come up through stork, establishing your drishti, your point of focus in stork, and then we'll open up into figure 4. This already feels like a stretch for me, so if this is enough for you, you can stay here, and you can kind of adjust the intensity with how deep you sit into your imaginary chair. Again here thinking up dog with the chest, proud shoulders. Doc's doing a little chair yoga, desk yoga over there. This is actually a great one to do at work.
My desk is standing now.
Yeah, perfect. Inhale, come back up through stork, send the leg back. Left hand comes down this time. We'll open up, half moon. Sending your mind to your left big toe here. That can help with balance. Imagining all 4 corners of your foot. And then maybe you reach for that candy cane. If you did it on the other side, opening up through the heart. slowly, gently release, meeting in a forward fold. We'll inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Reset. Exhale, forward fold. From here, we're gonna heel toe the feet out as wide as the mat, and then send the booty down, coming into Malasana squat. If it feels better here for you to sit on a block, that's always an option. Bringing the hands to the heart and then using the elbows to push the knees away, bringing the heart forward. You can kind of sway back and forth here. This is a very grounding movement. Maybe you close the eyes, reconnecting here, honoring yourself for everything your body has done for you on your mat, everything your body does for you every single day, moving you through the world with grace and mindfulness. We'll come back through center. If you can, slowly send the hips down, meeting in boat pose. Pointing and flexing the feet. Option here to bring the hands behind you for a little bit more support. 2 more big breaths here. Last little bit of work here. Slowly lowering all the way down, maybe pausing in a canoe. And then slowly release, let it all go. Finding a nice full body stretch. You know the real work is over whenever I take my clip out. Reaching the arms up. Finding some wrist circles. And then we're gonna bring the right knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze. And then we'll send that knee over to the left for our supine spinal twist. Pretty much a mandatory posture in all my classes. Such an amazing detoxing twist here. Looking over to the right side of the mat. If it feels good, maybe you extend that leg out. People like to take this posture in many different ways, so just going to whatever feels best for your body. Slowly coming back through center, switching out the knees, giving that left knee a squeeze, and then sending it over, looking towards the left. Wringing out anything that is no longer serving you. Making space for something new. Coming back through center. Squeezing both knees into the chest. Maybe you reach for one or both blades of the feet, coming into happy baby. Rocking back and forth, maybe extending one leg and then the other. Taking these last few moments to move intuitively. Anything else that your body might be calling for. And if you feel like you're ready to close out your practice, you can meet me in your final resting posture. Maybe that's corpse pose or reclined butterfly. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Bringing one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, wherever you are. And again, just like at the beginning of practice, as we Imagine our snow globes. Everything begins to settle down here once again. Honoring yourself for showing up, for moving your body, for being mindful. Knowing that this feeling of mind-body connection is available to you at any time. And yoga is an amazing way to access that. If this feels like somewhere that you'd like to stay for a little bit longer, you're welcome to kind of just tune me out and continue in Shavasana. If you'd like to move on with the rest of your day, you can close your legs like a book, squeeze your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug, and then meet me up in a seated position. We'll inhale the arms up, gathering in all of the beautiful, mindful energy from our practice and sealing it down through heart center. Thank you guys so much for showing up and practicing with me. I'll see you next time.